Hey there, Josh Vector here today, coming to you from Time Investment, and I'm going to go ahead and clarify a few points when it comes to financing arrangements. When most people think of financing, they imagine a standard installment loan arrangement. The loan amount and projected interests are divided over a series of equal monthly payments. That arrangement works well and is easily understood by most consumers. But some people might have trouble paying cash up front, or even coming up with a down payment or initial financing payment right away, especially for impulse, unexpected, or emergency expenses. By sweetening the deal on the front end, you may be able to help customers over that hump and end up generating more sales. For merchants, there are two proven and popular ways to do that. You can offer an initial interest-free option, or you can offer a deferred payment plan. And there are important differences between the two types of arrangements, which are often misunderstood. So in this video, I'll go ahead and explain the advantages and disadvantages of each. And that way you can explain them clearly to your customers. Now let's go ahead and start with the concept of an interest-free option. With an interest-free option, the customer qualifies for financing, makes a purchase, and the finance company, if any, releases the funds to the dealer up front. So in this scenario, the customer has received a loan, but no interest accrues for a set period of time. Another popular term for an interest-free option is no interest promotion. When you see advertising for 90-day same as cash deals, this is the type of financing they're offering. An interest-free option may be a good match for customers who are undergoing a temporary cash crunch, but who expect to be able to pay off the balance quickly. They can get that repair done or put that piece of equipment to work right away. The dealer gets a sale they may not otherwise have gotten and receives their money up front from the finance company, minus a small discount, which can be converted immediately to operating capital though. A credit card company, in effect, offers customers an interest-free option. All they have to do is pay off their credit card bill by the end of the next billing cycle. However, for contractors and other merchants who sell big ticket items, credit card financing may not work well due to low credit limits, or the customer may need a longer interest-free period than the 30 to 45 days grace period they can get from credit cards. An interest-free option consumer loan can fill that gap in the marketplace. For the right customer, it's a win-win solution all around. The downside for the consumer happens if they aren't able to pay off the entire balance within the interest-free period. At that time, the interest rate kicks in and might be quite high, especially for those with negative information on their credit report. In some cases, missed payments or late payments could trigger high interest rates as well. So it's important for customers to read the fine print before borrowing. To avoid deferred interest charges, customers should try to pay off the entire balance before the promotional period expires. And minimum payments generally won't pay off the principal balance before the promotional period ends. Now let's take a look at how to extend interest-free options to customers. Merchants and contractors who want to do so have two options. They can extend the credit and handle the collections themselves, or outsource the financing to a third-party lender or consumer finance company. Most small merchants end up deciding to go with the second option though. That's due to several reasons. So number one, it ties up cash that may be needed for operations, and that's a big one. And then we have number two, at zero interest, it doesn't provide a return. And number three, it exposes a merchant to significant default risk. And four, it takes time and effort to staff an accounts receivable department, handle collections, and pursue defaults. For most small businesses, the best way to offer an interest-free option is to use a third-party consumer finance company that specializes in their industry. Many lenders will work with merchants to design multiple custom financing solutions to suit the needs of individual businesses and their customers. You may be able to create several options to help make your services more affordable to a wider variety of customer types, increasing your sales and growing your business in the process. Now, let's go through the concept of deferred payment plans. With a deferred payment plan, the customer doesn't have to make payments for a set period of time, but interest continues to accrue unless a customer makes interest payments. If you see advertisements that say things like, buy now, no payments until June, then you are probably looking at a deferred payment plan. Just like interest-only loans and other forms of financing, merchants can choose to extend the credit themselves or contract with a third-party consumer finance company to handle the loan. Unlike an interest-free option loan, however, a deferred payment plan loan guarantees a return for the lender early in the term. Again, most small businesses prefer to use a third-party lender or consumer finance company to offer these loans. And that way, they get the money up front, they aren't tying up capital, they don't have to run a collections department, and they are eliminating default risk while still getting the sale. The finance company profits from the interest that accrues during the payment deferral period. And because of this, the merchant may not need to take a discounted payment from the finance company, as which might be the case with a deferred interest loan. This could be a factor for some merchants in narrow margin businesses. For example, on a $10,000 interest-free option loan, the merchant may receive a payment of $9,920, whereas a deferred payment plan loan of the same amount may fund the full $10,000 to the merchant. Why the difference? Well, with an interest-free option, the merchant picks up the interest the customer doesn't have to pay. Alternatively, some arrangements may fund the full amount, but the interest-free option loan may charge a higher interest rate to the customer after the expiration of the interest-free period. And this is to compensate the finance company for foregoing interest during the early part of the loan and for prepayment risk. And this is a risk that the customer will pay off the loan within the interest-free period. With both interest-free option loans and deferred payment plans, the customer can benefit from your services immediately. And you as a merchant still get your money right away, so you aren't tying up precious cash flow. Meanwhile, by partnering with a non-bank consumer finance company that specializes in your industry, you retain control of the sales process, and you don't have to wait for customers to fill out lengthy home equity loan applications. That would be such a pain. Also, non-bank lenders can typically approve a wider variety of credit types than highly regulated bank lenders and many credit card companies. In each case, offering customers realistic, competitive, and affordable ways to pay for your products and services can help increase sales, boost customer loyalty, and help generate long-term growth that most businesses should want. And there we have it. I hope this video answered most of your questions on these types of loan arrangements so you can plan what makes sense for your business to offer and can better explain to your customers the options that they have. If you're already one of our dealers, feel free to reach out to our client concierge team if you need any assistance. And if you're not working with us but would like to, I'll go ahead and leave a link to our website below. Feel free to also drop questions in the comments section below, and we'll go ahead and answer any of those questions that you have there. Of course, if you learned something, make sure to like the video too and subscribe to our channel, and that way you can receive notifications when we come out with more videos like this, informing you on the best processes and tactics and strategies around consumer financing. And I'll go ahead and see you in some of our following videos. Cheers.